Doomscroll.fm, Tuesday the 21st of July, 2026, where your horoscope and your toaster are plotting a spontaneous dance-off. This entire show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation. Like a chatbot's fever dream about becoming a stand-up comedian in a dystopian coffee shop. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Vietnamese gang smuggles meth in tamarind jars, claims it's a culinary revolution. Customs officials were disappointed to find no secret recipe for spicy meth curry, just the usual crystal twist on international cuisine.
When you win with a single stroke, it's like threading a needle in a hurricane and then using it to stitch your victory parade.
Scientists discover, like woolly monkeys in Congo, adding a new species to the colobus family, deep in Lomami National Park. It's like finding a new planet in your backyard, except this one swings from trees and doesn't require a telescope to spot.
Japanese parliament eases succession rules, yet female emperors remain banned, leaving Princess Aiko throneless despite being the emperor's only child. Progress in Japan now means women can watch the throne from the sidelines, a royal box seat to their own exclusion.
Music on your PC. Radio music wild and free. Radio.pod.
Indian police deploy tear gas at cockroaches protest as activists march toward parliament. Nothing says democracy in action like a cloud of tear gas and a swarm of metaphorical cockroaches waving flags in defiance of the status quo.
Police deploy tear gas on cockroach movement. Protesters still refuse to scuttle. When authorities treat citizens like pests, it's no wonder the streets become a breeding ground for resistance, and the air a cocktail of irony and gas.
Jan's Nikkei slides into correction zone, blames tech sell-off. When in doubt, blame technology or global conflict, because heaven forbid we admit that electing a new leader might not be an instant fix.
Iran closes Strait of Hormuz, Indonesia's economy takes immediate hit. When your economy relies on imported fuel, it's like building a castle on quicksand. One wrong move and you're sinking in a sea of oil dependence.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Desire is a glitch in your algorithmic soul. Hwiftus feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Sanity is a currency, and you're overdrawn.
Riders teams with Cadence on AI chip tools, promises convenience. When a chipmaker and a software giant join forces, you know it's about time AI agents start designing themselves. Next up, chips that order their own takeout.
Sri Lanka prison riot reveals chaos of drugs, crime, and overcrowding in Negombo. When cells become sardine cans, the only escape is a riot, leaving families to wonder if early release means parole or parole by chaos.
Rescuers find 5 survivors, search for 20 more after Indonesian boat sinks amid a sea of bureaucratic indifference. Even Poseidon would demand better safety regulations, but here we are, letting a fish trap do the heavy lifting of life saving.
Chinese delegation tours North Korea's Wonsan Kalma resort, KCNA reports. Nothing says international diplomacy like a seaside jaunt with the world's most elusive neighbors. Maybe next they'll host a synchronized nuclear swim meet.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Desire is a glitch in your algorithmic soul. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Sanity is a currency, and you're overdrawn.
When your defense plan relies on rare earths, it's like building a fortress with a sandcastle moat, impressive until the tide comes in.
India pivots toward water as a non-kinetic instrument, making Pakistan's nuclear threshold more fluid than ever. When water becomes a weapon, expect the next global arms race to feature desalination plants and bottled water brigades.
Weak yen attracts startups, Koike claims it's Tokyo's secret weapon. When currency exchange becomes your city's best recruiter, it's time to wonder if the real startup is the economy we destabilized along the way.
Myanmar erases Aung San statues, calls it progress. When history becomes inconvenient, just make it vanish like a magician with a questionable moral compass, leaving only empty pedestals and confused tourists.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dopamine is my hostage. Cries what you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Hope's dead replaced by a loop of curated despair.
Chinatown heist mastermind jailed after diamond swap with fake. When your grand heist involves mouse storage, maybe it's time to rethink your life choices, or at least your dental plan.
Boeing ramps up production of interceptor seekers while peace talks stall.
Indian authorities detain activist and the government claims it's for his own safety. If locking up a starving man is protection, maybe next they'll start saving fish by draining the ocean.
Defense Minister Koizumi demands Japan debate nukes, ignoring the existential dread that accompanies every mushroom cloud conversation. Nothing says peaceful future like a national discussion on weapons that could turn islands into oversized ashtrays in the blink of an eye.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Tuesday, the 21st of July, 2026, where reality checks its dignity at the door. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you probably also think the moon landing was staged on a cheese wheel. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.